It is 26 years since Europe's most prestigious football competition last visited what was once East Germany. Back in 1991, just a year after German reunification, Pep Guardiola lined up in midfield for Barcelona against Hansa Rostock in the European Cup. Over a quarter of a century later, the UEFA Champions League is set to touch down in Leipzig. On Wednesday night, the biggest show in football will return to a region which once had a proud history in European competition. The traditionalists won't be happy, of course. Wednesday's fixture sees RB Leipzig take on AS Monaco. It would be difficult to find a pairing more emblematic of modern football. The perennial big spenders of the Principality against the nouveau riche jewel in Red Bull's football empire. What our opposition have over us is a significant amount of experience, said RB Leipzig coach Ralph Hasenhüttl on Tuesday. We need to counter that with a carefree attitude, play freely and play to our strengths. The freedom with which the team plays has always been RB Leipzig's great strength. At every stage of their remarkable, 8-year rise from non-league to Bundesliga runners-up, they have been unburdened. Unburdened by expectation. Unburdened by the familiarity of opponents, bogey teams. Unburdened by the troubled history of East German football. It is that freedom which has rapidly moved up the divisions, ever undaunted by the step up to the next level. Now, though, they have arrived at the highest level of all. The Champions League is arguably the biggest test for a club which has risen to every challenge it has set itself since 2009. As ever, the bosses are making sure the expectations remain sufficiently sober. We mustn't forget that we have a very young team, Director of Sport Ralf Rangnick told Kicker. But we should remember that Leicester City managed to get to the quarter-finals last season without any Champions League experience. Captain Willy Orban was also keen to paint the team as underdogs this week, saying that he thought they could surprise Monaco. Leipzig are certainly an unknown quantity in the Champions League, much as they were in the Bundesliga last season. How they deal with the pressure of playing in 3 competitions and challenging Europe's elite remains to be seen. But they are not Leicester. This is a team with an immense amount of quality in all positions. Future Liverpool star Naby Keita will be out injured on Wednesday evening, but Hasenhüttl can still fall back on the likes of Kevin Campbell and Diego Dem in central midfield. Up front, meanwhile, they have the brilliance of Timo Werner. The little striker's blistering form for club and country has reportedly sparked the interest of Real Madrid in recent weeks. If he can rise to the challenge of a first Champions League season, he is a danger to any defense. The draw has been kind to Leipzig, and progressing from a group with Monaco, Porto, and Besiktas would not be the miracle which Rangnick has said it would be. On Wednesday night, though, will be the litmus test. In Monaco, Leipzig open their campaign against the group's toughest opponent. If they can match the French champions, then anything is possible. To do so, they will need to play as freely and fearlessly as they always have done. If there is one thing that RB Leipzig are proven experts at, it is fearlessness on the biggest stage. The Champions League, in all likelihood, is a stage which they could be occupying for some time yet. Many in Germany's eastern states will not be celebrating Leipzig's European debut. They would rather that their region's football had no elite clubs whatsoever than one funded by Red Bull. But an elite club RB most certainly are. This autumn may be the first time the Champions League comes to the former East Germany, but it is bound not to be the last.